Hi, I'm Liam Doherty, and thank you for joining me. I'm going to be discussing what's going on in the skies, and we're going to be discussing today the new moon in Aries, which happens on the 7th of April at 12:23 p.m. UK time and around 4 p.m. Universal time. Now, this is a very interesting time for us to manifest. If I haven't spoken before about the moon energy, moons are a female energy and it's about giving birth. So, new moons are about giving birth, very much in the way a woman gives birth from her womb. It's a perfect opportunity for us to really focus on new intentions for this new moon in Aries, about giving birth to the things that we want, and we work with the energies of that. So what's Aries about? Well, Aries is the innovator, it's the pioneer, and it's the goal setter. So what goals and aspirations do you have that you want to set for this coming month? Now, we work also with what's going on astrologically within the skies, within the solar system, or within the universe. And we work with our angels, of course. And we work with those energies and we manifest with that moving forward. So let's see what's happening, what's in the mix for April. Okay, so the first thing is we need to draw attention to the fact that there's a lot of planets are immutable signs. Now, this is for the whole year, not just April, but we've got to be mindful of the fact of that and the importance of that. Means mutable means ever changing. So you've noticed out in the world or in situations that things have been changing very, very rapidly, very, very quickly. But what that means is just with the mutable signs, we can also change very, very quickly. So as situations unfold, as things move very, very quickly, we can too. So it gives us that added opportunity of us to be able to captivate on things changing and and work with them so they can bring them to a better outcome for ourselves. And very much Aries energy is about the self. So it is about us moving forward, being the leader of that within the things that we want. So what intentions do we want for ourselves, and so that we can make the world a better place, and that we can move forward and enjoy the things that we want to. So some other things to be aware of during this period is the Aries full moon is about action. So it's about us not just setting intentions, but making the actions so that we can actually create the things that we want to. And Aries is the right energy to do that in. So what have you been feeling stuck in? I keep saying this a lot, but it's about us really reflecting on that. What have you been feeling stuck in? It doesn't necessarily have to be work related. It could be your social life. Maybe you're a bit depressed. Maybe you're feeling very down. What is it inside of yourself that you feel needs a change? And with this new moon, we can actually change the things that we want to by setting those intentions and really bringing ourselves into the momentum of making things different. So for example, if your social life wasn't very interesting and it was a bit stale, or you're meeting the same type of people, why not try a different social setting? Why not try a different group of people so that you can actually work with the different energy of those people and try something different about yourself? Learn something about yourself. That's what it's all about. Learn and experience and experiment with things so that we can actually become more rounded people in terms of the experiences that we have and the things that we know that we want. When you stay too much in the same remit of something, we can become stale and stubborn in our approach and become very narrow-minded. So, some of the other things that are happening during this period here. On the 17th, we've got Mars in retrograde. Now, Mars is very much the planet that really gets things done. So when it goes retrograde, it means it's going to be much more difficult to get things done. It's going to be 3 times as much harder to get stuff done. Whenever a planet goes into retrograde, it goes over the astrological sign 3 times. So it means that you need 3 times as much effort to get things done. So if you're thinking about setting up a new business, or you're thinking about creating something, try and do it before the 17th. That's the rule of thumb there. That would be very, very helpful, so that you've got those energies working with you and you don't have to work as hard. Something to be wary of as well is Mercury goes retrograde on the 28th of April, and it goes retrograde until the 21st of May. Now, what that means is Mercury is the planet of short distance travel. It's about communications. So give yourself extra time when you're traveling. If you're thinking of or making a contract or something, try and do it before that period. But that doesn't mean putting things on a hold. Don't be scared of anything. You know, if you've got to do something during that period, it just means looking at the fine print a bit more. So it's just to be aware of that. The whole point of us, you know, learning things and being aware of astrology and working with our angels, of course, is that it gives us more confidence in the things that we do. It gives us more insight so that we can make better choices and we can be more aware. And that's the important thing there, awareness, because awareness is the key that we can manifest the things that we want with, you know, with the awareness of the energies that are around us, so that we can make the best of it. So, some of the other things that are coming up here. We've got Jupiter, Saturn and Neptune in a T-square. This is very interesting because alongside that we've got the Sun and the Moon conjunct in Aries. So what does this mean? Jupiter is ever-expanding planet, and we've got Saturn, which is quite a rigid planet. It's all about the rules and regulations, you know, and then we've got Neptune, which is about, you know, dreaming big, and it's about, you know, really manifesting on those things. So with that T-square and with the Sun and the Moon conjunct, it means that we can dream big, we can have bigger vision and better focus. So it's going to be a perfect opportunity for us to go deep within ourselves and find that true authentic self and really be bold and brave in really presenting that out into the world. Because just remember, when people meet you, it's not what you say or how you say it, that the first thing that they see is how they feel, because it's how your energy presents itself. So how are we presenting ourselves to the world here when, you know, when we go out and engage in the world? You know, let's be responsible for that. So really dig deep inside ourselves there and use these energies that are coming up in this T-square and the Sun and Moon conjunct so that we can actually be true and authentic in the way that we live our lives and how we present ourselves out there. So some of the other things that are happening, really exciting, and it's the trine. Between the 14th and the 20th of April, we've got a trine. And what that means here is it's a trine of prosperity. This is so, so wonderful. This is going to be an amazing opportunity because it's a trine in Earth. So that means Mercury in Taurus, Jupiter in Virgo, and Pluto in Capricorn. So it's a prosperity grid. It's going to be a great opportunity of success, wisdom, world achievement and optimism. So during this period, it's a wonderful time to be aware of, to captivate that trine energy so that we can use those to bring success in the things that we do. So really pay attention to that. It's the 14th to the 20th of April. So with all this going out here, we just need to remember what is needed to bring that newness into our lives. There's a surge of breaking out of the old and bringing in the new. And with this, we will also want to call upon our angels. And the archangel of Aries is Archangel Ariel. And Archangel Ariel is a wonderful energy. It's a golden energy. It's all about that beautiful gold. So Archangel Ariel is about prosperity. And it's about us being successful in the things that we do. So we're just going to take a moment here to align ourselves. And as we align ourselves, we're going to breathe in love, breathe out love, and really just align ourselves here right now as we call upon the energies of Archangel Ariel. Archangel Ariel, come to me. Archangel Ariel, be with me. Archangel Ariel, I am with you. And with that energy, we're going to ask Archangel Ariel to guide this reading as I tune in here with the angelic realm. We're going to see what comes up, what messages that they've got for us today. So here we go. The first message is patience. And patience here comes from Archangel Jophiel. And Archangel Jophiel tells us that things are rapidly happening in our lives, but we just need to have a bit of patience about how they manifest themselves. So whilst changes happen very, very quickly, we also need to have some patience in the way that we perceive things, because life is often just about us changing our perception slightly so that we can manifest the things we want. If we become too rigid with our perception on life, or on the things that we want, we're not allowing the universe to show us things that perhaps we hadn't even thought of. Ideas, inspiration, knowledge, wisdom, different ways of solving a problem or seeing things. And that's where patience really serves us as a virtue. And Archangel Jophiel is a beautiful energy because it helps us really clear that clutter out of where we need to just let things go. Archangel Jophiel is particularly helpful in clearing clutter around the house, in Feng Shui, and just really finding that beauty within ourselves so that we shine deep and shine bright in the world as we present ourselves out there. Let's see what else comes up. Oh, wow, this is Archangel Raziel. And Archangel Raziel here is telling us to really have that wisdom, that deep wisdom, there we go, that deep wisdom within ourselves so that we can find the true understanding and spiritual insight into understanding the truths of a situation or how things present themselves. Now, when we call upon Archangel Raziel here, we can present the energies here by calling upon the grids here, the different sacred geometry. So you may want to have a look at that on the internet and ask yourself, what sacred geometry here works with me? It could be the macabre here, it could be working with the beautiful magenta and purple energies here as we look for those spiritual truths. And this is particularly fantastic if we want to work with understanding ourselves on our spiritual journey much more. And finally, it's about overcoming difficulties here, which is Archangel Jeremiel, saying the worst is behind us here and we're now overcoming challenges. So whatever you were really worrying about, call upon Archangel Jeremiel here to help us with the challenges, whether that's relationships or work or just a situation that you just needed a bit more help and understanding on. We can call upon these angels to really help us find a way forward and break down some of that fear that we have in perhaps the way that we see things or in the situations that present themselves. Archangel Ariel there is bringing us that newness into ourselves and allowing us to flow with the ever-changing flows of life and going with the flow. So, just in case you're wondering what the crystal was for this month, is rose quartz here, and rose quartz is a beautiful pink crystal here in its rawest form. I could just eat this. It's like this, and I absolutely love this. It's about self-love, and as you build on self-love or connect directly into that, you're really emanating that out into the world here. So it's an exciting time for us to connect in with the angels there, and connect into ourselves as we find those answers within ourselves so that we can move forward and be strong and courageous. So there's a lot of very interesting things that are happening during this zodiac period. I'm going to be coming back to you on the 21st of April for the full moon in Scorpio. So that's going to be a wonderful time, so look out for that video. Please, please, please continue to share these videos on your Facebook and in any other forums that you've got, so other people can benefit from the energies that I transmute through these and the astrology and all the wisdom that comes with this. So until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I love you from my heart, and I love you very dearly for just being yourself. Thank you for being you. You are wonderful and precious, and I love you dearly. So, as we saw with all my videos, I really want to try and push forward the agenda of world peace here. We've seen what happened in Brussels recently, which is an absolute awful tragedy. And we'd just like to offer up these 3 Om Mani Padme Hums, which is about grace and compassion for those people that were affected during that period, and just for expanding on world peace. So let's just give ourselves this moment here as we connect in. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you so much. And if any of you want an angel reading or want a reading of any sort regarding soul matters or anything that concerns you, or maybe you just fancy a change, do get in contact with me because I'm here. And thank you for everybody that's made comments and has been in touch with me. If you want to leave a comment, please feel free to do so. And I'll see you soon. So take care. Bye.